What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So I know a lot of people have came from Deadbeat Garage's channel, so thank you, welcome. Hopefully you guys will be enjoying this content and decide to stay along for the journey. But in today's video, we're going to be working on the CG5 daily driver Accord. This car runs great, don't get me wrong, but it needs a little bit of work, but nothing that's kept it from being a reliable daily, you know, the car runs and drives perfect, ice cold AC, everything, you know. But all cars need maintenance. Well, this car is starting to have a little hesitation, starting every now and again, and kind of starting to misfire a little bit. We picked up some spark plugs, so we're gonna throw some spark plugs in this thing to see if that fixes the issue. I don't think it's the fuel pump or anything, because the pump winds great, and usually if it's a bad fuel pump, it will just go bad. So it doesn't not start the car. It just takes a little longer to start sometimes. If it does end up being a fuel pump, no problem. We can throw a pump in this thing. We have another pump. That fuel pump has warranty and all that stuff as well. So yeah, I got my spark plugs, extension, ratchet, everything we need. So we're gonna do that and a few more things on this car. So let's get to it. All right. Also, I have noticed that the gasket right here for the valve cover is starting to leak a little bit. You can see it there. It's just kind of like starting to get wet around these areas here. See it down here. We'll go ahead and order a valve cover gasket for this thing, because we don't need oil leaks. You know, this car had no leaks or nothing. I don't want to get all disgusting looking. I want to keep this car looking clean, you know. So we're definitely going to be ordering a valve cover gasket for it and get that replaced, because yeah, it's not that bad of a looking engine bay. Unfortunately, it is an ABS car. I wish it wasn't, but it being an EX model, it's got ABS. But yeah, let's go ahead and get all these wires off of here so we can go ahead and do what we gotta do to try and make this baby run better. So here are the plugs out of it, and if you can tell, these plugs are definitely bad. So there's a lot of like carbon buildup and stuff on it. See if I can get the camera to focus. Yeah. Definitely was time for these plugs to be changed. That's for sure. Like, look at this one right here. Yeah. That puppy really needed to be done. But yeah, we got new plugs right here, and they are the same part number if anyone is interested, right there. So let's get this unboxed and put together. All right, and as you can see, the difference from the new plugs and the old spark plugs, so these got a lot of carbon buildup all on the, so yeah. And they're relatively cheap. I mean, 25, 26 bucks to get a set of plugs, throw them in there, and it helps a lot. Fun fact also, I don't know if a lot of people know this or not, you know, but the way this spark plug shows on the picture is how they sit inside the box. So when you go to open it, you open it from the top, and then you can just pull the plug out, and you can leave that little piece of like cardboard sleeving that it has right there in the box. So yeah, fun little fact. I don't know if anyone knows that, but yeah, the way the picture of the spark plug is, obviously is the top, and you can tell because how everything's here, you know, where it says NGK on the top, all that stuff. Yeah, that's the top, and that's how the spark plug sits in there as well. So we're gonna go ahead and get these dropped down carefully and everything. Also, another thing to look for before you put spark plugs in is look at the gap to make sure there's not a big difference in them. Most spark plugs nowadays come pre-gapped. and you don't really want to use a spark plug gapper on them so you don't mess up the tip of it. But yeah, they come pre-gapped and everything. So just look at the tip here compared to here. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's definitely time for some spark plugs. So what I normally do, I will take them, take your spark plug, and just run it down with your finger. You know, so they don't drop. Unless you have your spark plug socket is magnetic or something. I have a kit, but not here with me. So this is how I'm doing it for right now. Just drop it down, and then you can use the magnet to pull the old spark plugs out like you saw. Let's get these babies dropped down in here, and we'll get it tightened down. And I know they always say don't use air or tool like battery tools or air tools or anything to tighten your spark plugs down. I normally run it down real slow until it gets to the point where I know it's almost done, and then I'll just use it as a ratchet. So yeah, let's go ahead and get that all done. That it's all back together. Now let's start her up and see how she starts and sounds. Still having that starting issue, but it only does it when it's cold. When it's warmed up, it doesn't do it. Definitely idling better, for sure. Definitely idling better than it was. So obviously this is the first start of the day, so it's kind of cold. But yeah, just let it warm up a little bit, and then we'll go from there. Good running engine. It's running smooth right now. You can kind of hear like the rockers on it. It needs a valve adjustment, so we'll be doing that here shortly. So I just want to get the valve cover gasket in, so when we do that, we can do the valve cover gasket also, so I'm not pulling the valve cover off twice for no reason. Alright, so the car's been sitting now about 15 minutes off and all that. So I'm going to go ahead and start it up again, see how she starts this time. Starts right up. Don't mind the mileage here. That's not the actual mileage. And it started right up. This engine in the car has roughly 80K. So this engine was replaced at 100 and I don't remember. I don't know. I gotta look back at the messages from when I bought the car. But it's got a JDM engine in it, so it's been swapped. The engine had, when he was told, about 50 to 60K on it. So can't remember. I obviously do the math backwards, so you gotta do the math backwards plus add on what we put on it around there. But yeah, it's like 100 and some thousand miles around there, so that's roughly 80K or so on it. But car runs great, like I said. Other than that hesitation you guys saw in the beginning when we first started it, AC works beautiful in it, interior is nice in it. You know, it's a good car for sure. I mean, it's a Honda. They're all good cars. Another thing we got to do is, as you guys can see, we did the coupe front end on this. The lip actually came off the other day when we were driving. We got the lip, but it just pulling up into a driveway got pulled off. But a thing that happens when you do the difference from the coupe hood and the sedan hood is the sprayers on the sedans. Everything's running on the driver's side, but on the coupes, everything is on the passenger side. So therefore we have no wiper spray. So we got to fix that. And to do that, what I did is I took the setup off of the sedan hood, and then I'll just take off everything from the coupe hood and then put everything on here. Therefore this will be all connected where it needs to go and ran back to the driver's side like it was. So let's get that put on real quick. And just like that, boom, ran over and all connected. Now we can have the wiper motor sprayers working. Ta-da! Simple, easy. Oh yeah. So we gotta get this lip put back on the car. And as you can see, when it fell off and got drugged onto the car, it got pretty beat up. You know? So, yeah. It's not in the best of shape. All right here. But it is what it is. We'll get it fastened back on there. Throw some black paint back on this thing and it'll look better. So this lip has definitely been through a lot. But yeah, enough talking. Let's get it mounted on the car. All right, so we got one right there, one right there, and another one right there. So let's go ahead and wipe it all down, hit it with some black paint, and see how noticeable it is. Like that. Not too shabby, eh? Not too shabby. Alright, so the car's been sitting for a little bit. Let's go ahead and see how she starts now. Beautifully. Beautiful. Let's kick on that AC for a second while we do this outro. You know what I'm saying? Woo-wee! Alright guys, so recap. We did the spark plugs. It helped a lot for sure. I mean, I can feel it in the car running a lot smoother now than it was before. And then we fixed the wash reservoir, which we never tried. I'll say they work. So we got that working. We got the lip on now. Yeah. Got what I needed to get done. Woo-wee. Yeah, not much, but progress, guys, and it's stuff that needed to be done. And I have a YouTube channel, and it's something I'm going to be doing full time. So I'm gonna record what I do and post it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please do me a favor and smash that like button. If you guys are not yet subscribed and enjoying the content, I want to see more, please consider subscribing and turn on post notifications if you all don't want to miss an upload. We got some work we're going to be doing on this car. We're going to be doing some work on the turbo car, and then Matt got a new vehicle, and we're going to be making a video on that and showing you guys what he picked up and his plans and everything for that. So yeah, with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that notification button so y'all get notified when we post, and we will catch you on the next one. Peace out, and God bless.